Community during emergencies like the recent deadly collision of an Army helicopter with an American Airlines jet. But he's also serving other first responders with a meal and a special mission. CNN correspondent Gabe Cohen explains.
Today we're just preparing the food that we're going to enjoy tomorrow. So we salmon, green beans, going to do chicken.
In this bustling kitchen, Jonathan Tate is on a mission to serve more than meals.
What does a first responder do when they can't respond?
Because he's not just a cook, he's a firefighter in the nation's capital. And this is the ultimate comfort food that stirs up memories of what he and his colleagues have experienced.
Ongoing support is needed for those first responders, just based on the fact that it wasn't business as usual that day.
Tate was among the hundreds of first responders called to the icy Potomac River in January when an Army helicopter collided with an American Airlines jet, killing all 67 people on board.
If I show up to a scene and a person is dead, it's called DOA, dead on arrival. This was a bit different. You still had to engage.
They combed the crash site for days, recovering remains and wreckage. And throughout it, Tate brought in hot meals to keep the emergency crews fed on the front lines.
Just because it's not at the front page of the newspaper or at the headlines of the media doesn't mean those images go away from first responders. And not only that, we deal with traumatic experiences every day. I felt like it was the opportune time to start food for thought.
Tate, who runs a nonprofit feeding healthy meals to firefighters, came up with another simple yet profound recipe. Bring together first responders every Thursday for a hot meal and a safe space to seek mental health services. He hopes this program will become available to first responders nationwide.
Recognizing that when we're unpacking memories, we need to process it in an expressive way.
Getting people moving, doing breathing exercises, but then also having them stop to think. I don't know that in between calls they get that opportunity.
Some of them are battling PTSD, which by one estimate, about 1 in 3 first responders develop.
Prior to Food for Thought, they may not have had those resources.
Tackling trauma with a secret ingredient, compassion for those who protect and serve.
This is what God has called me to do as a first responder. One, to serve my community, but also to serve those who serve us, being first responders. And you can't put a price on someone risking their life for you. So let's make sure that those who are risking their lives for us, that we take good care of.
Gabe Cohen, CNN, Washington.